I have the infamous John Wilkes booth. Hello.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So how are you today on this fine evening?
Considering the circumstances, I'm okay. Thank you for asking, Ryan.
So, has this event affected your life a lot?
Yes, this newfound infamy has affected my life quite a bit.
Interesting. So, talking about the event, what made you want to do the event, kill the president, is what I mean.
I'm a huge supporter of the Confederacy, and I myself am a proponent of slavery. So when I found that Abraham Lincoln had wished to abolish slavery and destroy the Southern economy like that, I felt I had to take matters into my own hands.
You were in the presidential box. Was your intention always to stab Rathbone, or was it something of opportunity?
No, neither. It was not an opportunity killing, and it was not intentional. Immediately following the assassination of the president, he had come at me, and it was purely in self-defense that I had to stab him.
Did you ever plan to kill the First Lady while you were in the presidential box?
No. It was never in my plans. I believe that killing a woman would be immoral, and she had nothing to do with my beliefs or causes.
After you shot the president, what was your escape plan? Where did you want to go?
I was going to go back down the stairwell where I had come up.
So, what prevented you from doing that?
People in general, they were coming up to see what all the commotion was about, and I had no other choice but to jump off the balcony.
After you jumped off the balcony, is it true that you broke your foot?
When I jumped off the balcony, I had got my leg tangled in the flag, and I broke my leg, and I had to limp off the stage to get away.
After you jumped out of the presidential box and landed on the stage, what were you screaming?
When I jumped out of the box and onto the stage, I yelled, "Sic semper tyrannis." Okay.
And so what would you say that means?
It's Latin, and it roughly translates to "thus ever to tyrants."
And explain?
Okay, so "thus ever tyrants" or "Sic semper tyrannis" is the motto of Virginia, and I believe that Abraham Lincoln is a tyrant who needed to be stopped, so I felt that was what my emotions were, so that's what I yelled.
So, was your plan always to kill the president and, at the theater?
No, actually, originally my plan was to, during the war, kidnap the president and trade him to the north in exchange for prisoners of war from the Confederate Army who had been kidnapped, but my plans were changed.
What changed your plans?
Robert E. Lee, the general of the Confederate Army, had surrendered the army, and because the army had surrendered and the war had thus ended, I did not have a chance to enact my plan to kidnap the president.
So, what events in your life would you say molded you to have these such strong ideas, strong enough for you to kill the president?
When I was younger, I had a good friend named John Brown, and he, like me, was a proponent for the Confederacy, and he was a proponent of slavery, and he had raided a federal armory, and he was against the Union just as I was, and the Union had killed him in retaliation for raiding the federal armory, and I feel like that really drove me to retaliate back.
So, would you say anything else molded your life about your strong ideals or anything like that?
Yes, actually, since of the age of 17, I have been an actor and any plays and stage performances, and I believe my acting career has really driven me to have strong beliefs and, stand up for what I believe in and have a loud voice, and I believe that me killing the President of the United States exemplified who I am as a person and what I believe is right.
If you're such a big proponent of the Confederate cause and against what the Union is doing, why didn't you just fight in the Civil War?
Yes, it would make sense that I would fight in the Civil War, but when the war first started, I had promised my mother I would not join the war and I would stick to acting. So that is what I did. I kept my promise to my mother.
Was it only you, or were there other people that tried to enact this plot?
I don't honestly feel comfortable saying if there's anyone else involved. Personally, I know that many other people from the Confederacy have the same ideals and beliefs, and probably some people from the North also believe that what Abraham Lincoln was doing was wrong, but I cannot fully deny or accept that there were indeed or not people involved with me. I'm sorry. I don't feel comfortable disclosing that on, Union News currently. I'm so sorry.
Alright, thank you. What would you say to rumors that Samuel Arnold and Michael Laughlin were part of your group?
What? Sorry, I didn't know people knew. Are you able to cut that out of the Union News? Well, I'm so sorry, Ryan. I guess the cat is out of the bag. I did indeed have conspirators. Of course, as you see, there was no one in the box but me, but I did originally conspire with other people to take down the Union.
Mr. Booth, why would you say that you're dressed in woman attire at this moment?
Oh, well, because of, in light of recent events, everyone seems to know who I am, whether they support what I did or not. So I thought coming to the studio to record Union News, I should make myself as inconspicuous as possible. So I thought dressing in female attire might throw the viewers off a little bit, but it's also just really comfortable.
If you could take back your actions and about killing the president, would you?
No, definitely not. I do agree that while killing the president might seem radical, I believe that Abraham Lincoln stood for things that were completely wrong and harmful to the country. The Southern economy will crash without slavery, and societies will go awry. And I believe that the assassination of Abraham Lincoln will push the country in a better, more advanced direction.
Thank you. And before we close, is there anything that you would like to say to the American people, defending yourself or anything of that nature?
I'd like to say to the American people that while some of you might hate me right now because you believe that Abraham Lincoln was a champion for the people, I disagree. As I said earlier, I believe Abraham Lincoln was wrong in trying to abolish slavery. He is the reason that the Civil War happened. Slavery is necessary to society, and the Confederate had the right ideals and views, and it is not fair for him to push down the Confederates' ideas and beliefs without hearing them out. So I believe the death of the president will push the country in the right direction. And I hope that the American people will see that and understand that I just want what's best for them.
Thank you. That's all the time we have left. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.